This is the historical marker for the Texas Tourist Camp Complex. This is in Decatur, Texas. The Texas Tourist Camp Complex, amongst other things, is that row of buildings down there. There were lodges that you could rent. Supposedly Bonnie and Clyde stayed in one of them a couple of weeks before they died. Now, we're going to start by reading this. Texas Tourist Camp Complex. Local businessman E.F. Boydston, 1888 to 1945, purchased this site, a former feedlot, in 1927 for $400. Recognizing a potential business opportunity in offering services to the traveling public, he built a wooden shed and gas station in 1927. Travelers were allowed to build campfires during overnight stays, and by 1931, Boydston added 3 wooden cabins with garages to the camp complex. The buildings later were faced with rock, and more cabins and garages were added in 1935. The original wooden gas station was covered with petrified wood in 1935 when the highway was widened, and remained in operation by the Boydston family until 1988. The Texas Lunchroom, a one-frame building, was built in 1929, renamed the Texas Cafe in 1935, and faced with stone to match other buildings in the complex. It was enlarged to provide second-floor living quarters, popular with local high school and college students, as well as families and the traveling public. It was closed in the 1960s after a highway bypass built west of town diverted traffic from this area. The cafe reopened in 1993, one of the few intact examples of tourist camps built throughout Texas in the mid-20th century. This property is significant for its association with the early development of automobile tourism. It also says the Texas Tourist Camp, 900 to 904 South Business 81287, built in 1927, listed in the National Register of Historic Places in the United States Department of the Interior. Pretty cool. Look at that. We even got a petrified fence. So we're going to take a little walk down this way. Start here. I read that the gentleman that owns this gas station now converted it into his own personal office, and I think he's here right now, so we'll see what we can see here. Yeah, they're all covered with rock, like the thing said. These are the lodging rooms. Oh man, look at that floor. I don't know which one of these that Bonnie and Clyde supposedly stayed in, but it was one of them. Got a field back here. It's like a house. Huh. Right, look at that. As old as those things were, they got look like rain gutters built into them. Yeah. Bronco in there. Boy, that roof looks rotted. Yeah, look at that. I ain't going in there. Might fall down on me. There's another one. Watch your step. Another one. I've said this before, man. Buildings back in that time were little. Well, lizard. There's a couple of them running off. There's some big ass cactuses, folks. Look at that. Oh, I ain't gonna mess with you, buddy. That room right there. Another strip of something right there. Doesn't look the same as the other ones though. I think this is that restaurant that it was talking about. Oh, look at that. There's your Petrified gas station. Look at all that wood and everything. I think that might be the owner leaving. Yeah, look at this thing, man. This is all covered with rock and wood and everything. There you go. Look at this here. Yeah, look at this. That's wood, all right. Look at all that, folks. Whole building covered with it. A trip, isn't it? Here's your lodge. Around here. See, they talked about the traffic getting rerouted from this place. And you can definitely see it. Slow rolling road right through here. There you go, Whistle Stop Cafe. Yep. Talked about that building getting reopened. There we go. That's even got rock outside of that one, like they said. Look at that. Got a veranda out there you can eat on. Old Coca-Cola sign. Gas pumps out here still. You got all the numbers faded off of those bad boys. That's some old pumps, folks. In here. All of that petrified wood, man. Well, he really did turn it into an office. If he wants seclusion, you picked a good spot. Look at that. It's underneath. Pretty cool, folks. I thank you for coming out here with me on this. Please like this video. If you haven't subbed to the channel, please do. Take care, and I'll see you next time.